Last question for you, on a way to rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol has never been down.
Every time, Beterbiev will throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume.
Because of his better ring IQ, footwork, and defensive abilities, boxing experts predict that Dmitry Bivol will defeat Artur Beterbiev in a rematch. Bol has an advantage since he can successfully regulate distance, counterpunch, and evade better BFS power blows. He is a dangerous opponent over 12 rounds because of his endurance, self-control, and flexibility.
Controversial rounds in the later rounds. But I can tell you this, I've had Bivol, because we were watching the fight and we're focusing on it because we knew it was a tough fight, and everybody knows that Beterbiev is very strong and he can hurt you with any punch. But up to the seventh round, I had Bivol winning the fight with his moves. He was moving really well on his feet. He was countering. Of course, he was getting hit because it's a fight, but he will get hit with 1-2 or maybe a hook and a right, and he'll come back with a 1, 2, 3, 4, boom again, and then he'll move and boom, jabbing. He was busier with his jab. He was busier with his counter.
4W ahead of the rematch, Bol said that he was focused on correcting his mistakes and that it was no longer only about the title, saying it's more than just the title now. He made it through the first bout. This attitude implies a deeper drive for atonement.
I wanna make second fight and I wanna be winner of this fight. What about belts now, which I could see? Before I was so wanted to have these belts and nothing else. But today I want not only just belts. I wanna revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts now.
For Wafter, a first battle that split minds. Boxing observers view this rematch as an epic confrontation. The speaker and many others think Bivol triumphed, even if Beterbiev's choice wasn't irrational. About another exciting fight is anticipated in the rematch on February 22nd. There were various styles in their fight. Obol's fast hand combinations, and swift feet versus Beterbiev never give up.
In this epic rematch, a first fight that divided opinion. Most, including myself, believed Bivol won it. But you couldn't really argue with Beterbiev getting the decision. Was it too wide on the scores? Yes, it was. Anyway, that's all history. They fight again Feb 22nd in what is no doubt going to be another epic fight. The first fight, again, just to quickly tread back on that, was one of my favourite fights of last year. Contrasting styles, Bull v Matador. Obviously, Beterbiev being the Bull, Matador being Bivol with his fleet-footed, quick hands, flurry of combinations against the heavy-hitting, knockout artist, the destruction, wrecking ball that is Artur Beterbiev. I thought that the movement from Bivol was so good early on, and it frustrated, it annoyed Beterbiev throughout lots of that contest, certainly early on. But 10, 11, 12 were big rounds for Beterbiev. How do I see this rematch playing out? Well, when I looked back at that first fight, although I thought Bivol won, I do believe Beterbiev could potentially do better out of the two in the rematch.
Beterbiev won the final rounds of the rematch, while Bivol dominated the early rounds, infuriating his opponent. Beterbiev may work better if pressure was applied early, but we need to be careful, not careless. We could win this battle more decisively if Bivol adjusts, which would make it much more interesting. Bivol's skillful usage of the jab, right hand, left hook, and straight right combination has been praised by boxing experts.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol had never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing. So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power, but he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things standpoint. Yeah. And the way I saw it, if somebody else knocked you down, I got to get you down. You understand me? Now, that's a hell of a push to walk through to get him down, though. So it's a very dangerous game that people all got to play because Beterbiev is the best puncher probably ever in that division. You understand me? So it's a great fight. If it's 50-50, it's because of his puncher power.
When Bivol uses this pattern, his opponents have found it to be a haunting moment. According to analysts, Bivol will have greater strength in the rematch and concentrate on using body blows to weaken Beterbiev from their first fight. Bivol seemed to have won at least 7 rounds, according to some experts, proving that he could handle and control the fight better. Many people think Bal has the skills required to win the rematch because of this performance, which demonstrated his technical skill and strategic approach.
Nod, and we could be so lucky that we see a trilogy. And I mentioned pot of gold. Where does the winner go? Well, the winner will reign supreme in the light heavyweight division. This is about legacy, though. This is about really cementing yourself as arguably the best light heavyweight that's ever graced the sport of boxing. And then there's opportunities for the winner, obviously. David Benavidez looks so good in defeating Morrell. I mean, this man is a beast. He does not stop throwing punches. A little unorthodox, I think, at times when he lets his shots go. But he's got a great chin, though he was dropped against Morrell, more off balance. He's got a great chin. Like I say, he's a unit. He's huge.
For why win his analysis of the impending rematch, renowned coach Joel Diaz has favored Bivol, highlighting his rapid movement and busy jab, underscoring the possibility that Beterbiev will be seriously challenged by his combo striking. According to Diaz's observations, Bivol's pace and level of activity might be key elements in the rematch.
Bivol has a lot of skills, man. He's a very talented boxer. Beterbiev has the power. I felt like Bivol won at least 7 rounds. You know, he controlled most of the fight. And what you saying as he was punishing, whatever, I felt like he was fighting like he knew he was losing. He was a guy that was trying to get back in the fight.
Okay.
And most times I don't agree. Well, I don't say most times, but sometimes I don't agree with the commentating. But I felt like he was definitely down and needed a knockout to win. But, you know, he definitely hurt Bivol. You can see some of those shots, even though they weren't clean shots, they were affecting him. And you gotta give him credit for the power that he has and also the resilience to just keep fighting to the end of the fight. But it wasn't many clean shots. He was catching them with, like, you know, short uppercuts and, you know, the jabs and everything, but those punches were hurting him. So I wanted Beterbiev to win, but I felt like Bivol, you know, because there's a scoring system, he was the winner of the fight. But if boxing was like, you know, whoever's getting their ass beat at the end, like a real fight.
Yeah.
But that ain't how it worked.
Yeah.
For W. Oscar de la Hoya, a former boxing champion and boxing promoter, thinks Dmitry Bivol will have the upper hand in the rematch. He points to Bivol's distinctive style and superb footwork as crucial components that could contribute to his success. The significance of Bivol's technical capabilities and movement confronting greater BV's strength is shown by De La Hoya's evaluation.
He was busier with his counters. He would block and counter every time. Beterbiev would throw a combination, and right away Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume. So in the later rounds, obviously Bivol, you know, had a really strong fighter coming forward at him. He sort of slowed down. He got tired. Maybe three rounds, maybe 4 rounds. And if I had to judge the fight, I saw it for Bivol, not because he's part of my team in a way, because all these fighters are the same team, same management, and considered part of the same team. But I saw the fight. I gave Bivol at least 7 rounds. 8, 7, 8 rounds I gave to Bivol, honestly.
So worst case,
I saw him win. Worst case, 7 rounds. But I gave him 7 rounds.
Do you feel like there has to be more scrutiny on the type of judges? Because
Definitely.
it doesn't matter what people see, it's what those 3 people see. And sometimes you have judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there's judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. But they don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds.
Nevertheless, Dmitry Bivol has stated that this fight is a quest for vengeance rather than merely the title. Being able to rematch is something he views as a blessing.
One, are you happy with an immediate rematch, or would you have preferred a little bit more time to rest?
No, I'm so appreciate that I have the chance, and I cannot let myself to think that it's not good time, or it's not good this that. No, I'm happy that I have a chance. Not too much people has a chance and to have rematch, but I have it, and I'm glad.
So, going back to the last fight, Dmitry, when I saw you that Sunday, you had said that you were going to go and see Turkey and Beterbiev about the rematch, and then you guys posted a photo. You guys were together. I'm just curious, like, how was that seeing Beterbiev the day after the fight?
That's fine, just normal, like before the fight, the same.
Did you guys talk? Like, what'd you tell him?
No, we didn't talk. We talk only with His Excellency.
Oh, wow, okay. So it wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward.
It's something new, I didn't have before in this situation, but it was fine. It was like men talk, I like what His Excellency did, that he invited both of us and he asked, do you want rematch? And we said yeah.
So speaking of the rematch, Dmitry, just overall, what do you think about this rematch, and how different of a fight do you think it will be this second time around?
I think it will be a little bit different, and I think it will be more interesting for the fans, because we already know each other, and it's very soon we could prepare ourselves better for this very much.
How many times have you seen the first fight already?
Сколько раз я пересматривал бой? Maybe 2.
ACV Balls is motivated to show off his full ability and make amends for the mistakes he made. In the first battle, knowing that most fighters don't have this opportunity.
It's a very unique style. I would have to give Dmitry Bivol the advantage here a little bit, because he has better footwork, Beterbiev kind of like just stalks you down, and with Bivol, he's just like constantly bam, 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 I love that. He's a good boxer, man, with power, and he's got skill up here. It's a tough fight to call. But I'm gonna have to give Dmitry the advantage. I think it's all about respect in the first few rounds. How he's gonna take his punch, if he has a chin. I mean, I think Beterbiev has a better chin than Dmitry Bivol. For some reason, I just feel that. I don't know if it's true, but if Dmitry Bivol can catch him, offset him, get him off balance with his footwork, I mean, yeah, it could be a long night for Beterbiev.